Alright, this video is for you, Chris. So I actually did the video, and the video didn't record all the way. It recorded 10 minutes of the 20 minutes. Anyways, okay. So I already did this. I did it one by step, but it didn't do it right. So, I'm going to break this out. Okay, so on this side of the board, this is my 1 acre plot that I plan on doing. This is 1 acre. This represents my 1 acre. I'm going to do it at a time. This represents the full 10 acres. Each acre is divided by electrical fence. This is 10 acres. So what I plan on doing on each acre is having free range pasture, pasture raised free range broilers. On the first batch I do, which will probably be 2019 of March, is when we'll start. But the 1st of March they'll be put in the brooder by April-ish. Maybe not the 1st of March, maybe the 2nd, 3rd week of March. Maybe even April 1st. We haven't made a definite decision. 3 weeks later, after 21 days of them being out there, they will be put out to pasture. There will be no structures. I've read and studied a lot on YouTube. A lot of people try and follow Pasture Poultry Profits by Joel Salatin. I like his idea. My biggest thing is trying to save labor-intensive type work, which grabbing a structure every single day and moving it is labor-intensive every single day. I'm trying to also eliminate that because of my back. If I want to do this for 15, 20, 25 years, 30 years, however long I can do it, I got to make sure that my back can handle doing that, and me doing, lifting structures at 55, 60 years old every single day, that's not going to work. So I've came up with a little bit of different things. I'm going to give it a shot and do it kind of the way I've been figuring and ways I've seen people do it. So let's start with 1 acre. So I want this line is divided by electrical fencing. These circles in domino shape represent trees for shade for the birds, is what I plan on doing. I also plan on having a guard dog here, 1 or 2 guard dogs. We have feeders, and what I call the mobile sleeper. What we plan on doing for them to go to sleep at night, since they won't be in structures. And I've also noticed with broilers, they get so fat in that 1.15 square feet that Joe Salatin puts in that they can't even walk. They can't move, they can't do anything. Some of them die because of that situation, and then they're laying down 90% of the time while they're awake anyways. They just lay there. I've gone to a couple farms who do it kind of like Joe Salatin. And if you ever look, the chickens most of the time are laying down. They'll go over there, lay down, pick up the food, and lay right back. I get it's to get them fatter, but it also leads to other issues with them. Anyways, my plan is to have 117 broilers on 43,000 square feet, which will give them 10 square feet of fresh grass, fresh pasture every single day. The price to raise a bird on organic feed is also $14.75. This includes the wood shavings from the time they're born, the water, how much the bird costs. If I do antibiotics, or the labor, the cost for the crates in them, the crates to haul them. And then it even counts because I plan on one of these mobile places to last at least 10 years. So that a couple cents a day per bird, or per life of a bird, is broken into that. Everything, waterers, feeder, everything is broken into that $14.75. I've gone to about 10 farmers markets. The average for a full bird is $25 a bird. If you can sell it for that. See, now I'm all confused because I did this. Anyways, so that's my plan on 1 acre, is to have 117 birds. Eventually, tops I will have on there is 351 broilers on here, which would give them still 2.5 square feet, but it will be free range. They can walk around, do stuff. So my plan is to do this, is to put 5 trees in here for shade trees. So if we'll do it here. 5 shade trees in each plot, each circle, in each one. Now I forget where I'm going now. Oh, have a windrow. Okay, hold on. Have the windrow all the way on the outside, or windbreak, or whatever you may call it, with wildflowers, bees on the outside, trees on the outside. Because the reason I want to do bees is to have the full ecosystem going here and help each other out. But I also want to use the honey to marinate the chicken and sell it as a holiday, sell it around the holidays as a holiday chicken, and sell like little flavor packets with the chickens, marinades with the chickens, using the honey that I produce. Let's see. So I'm going to take, because I'm so screwed up because I did the whole video and it deleted. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the steps of how we're going to get it and everything like that. So pretty much a month before I come back from Iraq, the country, out in the desert, a month before, we will order the birds. They will come in, and our plan is to have on our farm, hopefully we have like a barn house, a horse house, whatever you want to call it, horse stables, geez almighty, maybe 8, I don't know how many. But we put the 117 in this one by itself, in the brooder, and we kind of just, since they're only going to be in there 3 weeks, what we plan on doing is put a nice layer of straw down, let them go poop for a couple days, throw some more straw down, and then once they leave, of course, we'll have to grab all that straw out, shovel it out, and then kind of make it fresh again. Anyways, so we get it after 3 weeks, take them out of here, put them on this 1 acre, and that's about it. We literally, every morning, what we'll do is, when they go to bed, they'll go to bed. In the morning, we will move this to a new destination, open it up, let them go outside, go do whatever they're doing for the day, and that's it. So for the labor, what I want to do is to wake up in the morning, move the trailer, open the door, let them out, feed them, water them, check on them, just kind of do like a visual, make sure none have broken legs, none of them were picking at each other, ripping each other's heads open type stuff. Nothing crazy is going on with them, and that's it. I kind of wanted a quick thing. I want the labor to be quick. And then because I'm home for 40 days, and those 35 days I'm home, so pretty much as soon as I land, I'll come home, I'll help my wife get them out to the 1 acre, put them out there, and that's about the gist. So on this 1 acre, let's break down the 1 acre. So on this 1 acre, we put the trees in, we put the feeders in, we have 2 dogs here, we have a sleep mobile, we have some great pastured grass, type of different grasses. Eventually, hopefully we could have in there like crimson clover, white clover, sweet clover, yellow clover, some other grasses, maybe some peas, I don't know, we'll throw all kinds of stuff hopefully out there eventually. Anyways, what I was thinking about doing, because we did a half acre of, we had tomatoes, sunflowers, we had like 4,000 gray mammoth sunflower seeds we did this past year. We did pumpkins, sunflowers, tomatoes, carrots, watermelon, pumpkins, squash, cucumber. We did a couple of kale, a few other things. What I found to be very difficult, and I messed up one of my electrical fences, is all the grass and all the crap growing up into it and tangling it up. It's not easy to get up and clean up after, and I can't go around here spraying some kind of plant or weed eater or whatever you want to call it, or weed spray to kill the weeds, because then the birds will go over there and eat it, and then they'll go inside them. So what I was thinking about doing is grabbing a tractor when I get one, if I get one, putting the bucket down here, scrape up about 1 inch down, a perfect square, and then what I'm going to do is lay gravel down about 4 inches deep, maybe even 5, or put some wood chips down, then put gravel on top of that, then put the fence, so pretty much nothing grows into the fence. I think it will save me in labor, headaches from the pretty much the electrical fences ever being shortened. And I'm not going to just, one thing I did get to establish or figure out while I did my 1/4 acre or half an acre was when you push them down, they get loose. I found some rebar, so I put rebar off to the side of it, and I grabbed this green wire. It's this gardening wire, but what it had was it had rubber around this wire. So it doesn't make a full connection. I tied it to each other, pulled tight, and that fence was durable. It was 4 feet, definitely tall. It had its full height, no sagging, no nothing. Chickens couldn't jump up out, but that's what I plan on doing. What I plan on doing for that, grab this acre if it works, and if I can sell the 117 birds, establish that in each acre. Each acre to get it going without gravel is $10,000. Well, it's $7,950. I say $10,000 for hiccups, mistakes, stuff that might happen, an extra couple grand just in case. With gravel, it's gonna cost like 16 grand. I called 2 gravel places around here and it wasn't cheap. That's probably my biggest concern, but will that, if the gravel's there, will it eliminate the labor that I would put in having almost every other week probably having to go through out here, mess with weeds, make sure that they're not touching all this other crap. I don't want to mess with it. I'm trying to brainstorm so much that I won't have so many headaches when it happens. And it won't, because once those fences get shorted out and these dogs can't fight off, say a pack of, 3 or 4 foxes come in, I don't know how they hunt, but maybe whatever comes out, maybe a pack of dogs, if it's shorted out and they can just jump on over or whatnot, that's not good, or dig under. But I also figured that the rocks it'll be hard for the animal to dig down. So yeah. So let me just talk about these numbers that I did anyways. Alright, so it's cost me $25. So to raise 117 birds at $14.25, it's going to cost me $1,700, $1,725.75. If I sell them at $25 each, I'll get $2,925 back. I'll have a total profit of $1,200. You get a little bit of this back for labor, which it isn't much if you're just doing a little bit of work I'm talking about, as in going and just feeding, watering, and checking on them. That's it. Because you'll probably get about $300-400 out of labor, so you'll probably put about $1,500 in your pocket after each batch of just 117. So just off 117, if you can do all these acres, you're getting about 12 grand. Eventually, in 2 or 3 years from now, I plan on doing 234 birds per acre. And that's after a couple of years. After I kind of do an acre, okay, I like this. Well, let's now get another acre going. Okay, that's working. Next batch, let's get another acre going. Oh, okay, this is getting better. Let's do that. So again, our plan is, I get home, we put the birds out to pasture. Before I leave, we take them to butcher. We bring them home. We put them in 3, 4, 5 deep freezers. Well, they're already in deep freezers on the trailer, but on the way, you know what I mean. Put them in deep freezers, and then pretty much my wife will be the seller while I'm gone for the next couple months, and it will give time for that 1 acre to rest and go through to rest. That's probably the biggest thing, is letting the grass rest for 2 months. I mean, that's probably what they'll get, is 2 months of resting. You don't need 2 months, I believe I've read, but that's probably what it'll get each time, just because no one's going to be there. I might even have to come home, and I might have to even go in here and bush hog an acre if it gets too tall. If the plants get up to 4 or 5 feet, it'd be kind of funny to have a bunch, 117 birds running around in 4 feet of fence or plants and plant species, and trying to find them. I do plan on I'm really hoping that I have a river or some kind of stream or something that I can do gravity fed water. So again, that eliminates the labor of having to haul the water to the birds, having to feed them. That literally is just gravity fed. Or even if I have just like a little water pipe here, I just turn it on real quick, and there's some lines that go to it and feed them. Instead of having to haul a bucket of 50 pounds of water all over that acre trying to pour it every place. Man, that other video I did was really good, and it didn't save. And then again, we plan on having this line right here, this outer line. It represents the windbreak / windrow. Then I will have water flowers, bees, trees in between. Then this is the 5 feet of gravel. Then the electrical fence sitting on top, electrical fence right here. We will have gates on the insides all the way through. We'll have like a little gate. This will be open over here, so you'll be able to travel around through and leave. So that's it. That's pretty much what I plan on doing with 10 acres. If it ever gets bigger, awesome. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Pretty much, if I got desperate enough, if I don't want to buy more land, it's giving I could do 351 birds per acre, which would be it's a lot, but it only gives them 2.5 square feet per day of extra food or grass, which isn't bad. But you know, that's 3,500 birds per batch I do, so that would be, you know, 7,000 birds a year. Because I plan on doing two batches roughly a year, maybe 3. 3 is kind of a stretch. Biggest thing to me right now is marketing and being able to sell it. If I have to, I mean, I like what you guys taught us, where, you know, make the U shape with the tables, invite them in, kind of trap them in. If I have to, I'll start grabbing people, say, come try my chicken with the honey. I don't know, I'll have it cooked. We'll figure it out. But I want to first start from the beginning, 1 acre, 117 birds, and sell those. If I can sell 117, and I'll do it again. If I sell those 117, I'll probably jump it up to 234. After I'm able to sell a batch of 234, I'll probably open up another acre. And then after I kind of get those 2 going, and if I can sell the birds, I will open up a 3rd acre. But I really don't want to go over 234 birds. The 351 is just in case, like if I need more land. And that could be 10 years from now after I have stuff going and I'm able to do that many birds. I don't plan on this being my main focus of financial help. This is more, I'm hoping it's a hobby / a career for when I want to relax. I like to be home and just work. We'll see what happens. Eventually, also what we were thinking about is having chickens here, say have cows here, a couple cows, and we don't plan on doing a bunch of cows, just a couple, like 3 or 4. I don't know much about cows yet, how to raise them. Turkeys, I've read up on quite a bit. Pigs, I heard they're smart and easy. And I went to, it's an Arm to Farm program in Arkansas. I went to that, learned a decent amount about pigs. So pretty much I'll kind of do that, rotate them. I don't know yet. I don't want to get ahead of myself with that. I want to start out with chickens, and after chickens, more than likely I'll probably start out with turkeys. After turkeys, I'll probably go with pigs. After pigs, I'll probably go cows. And that's probably where we'll stop. But we might have some animals for us just to hang out with. Maybe a couple goats I'll go in here and eat some other stuff. Like, that's one thing we learned at Arm to Farm was cows will go into one paddock, eat the grasses they want, leave some behind, and then what you can have is the goats or sheep or whatever you decide on, go in and eat the rest out, kind of eat it to that, you know, certain height, let it rest. Not that first bite is what I was reading, is that you only want the grass to technically be bitten like one time, leave it, let it rest, then it'll grow better than if you have it bit twice. But yeah, so this is the rough idea. And this is what I'm going to have to go with, or what I am going to go with. The biggest thing with feed right now, I have books, I have all kinds of books. These are my main books. When I want to start saving money on feed and I'm able to make my own kind of feed, I heard about this book. It's Pastured Poultry Feeding and Management by Jeff Maddox. I've read half of it. Well, we'll say a quarter of it. I haven't got into making my own feed yet. I first, again, want to establish me being productive with 1 acre. If I can make 1 acre productive and pay it off within 3 years, 4 years of me having to put, you know, about $15,000 on it, if I can find a way to end up paying myself back at least 75% of it back within 3 to 5 years, it's pretty good. That means I can do that with each acre. I've heard many people say, start small. So I'm going to start 1 acre at a time. The 10 acres will be when I'm pretty happy going. I was at first thinking about doing vegetables and market gardening, but at the Arm to Farm, we got to do the marketing like Gene Martin Fortier, I think that's it, the market gardener. We got to do a couple of the walk behind tractors, kind of feel what he does. The guy actually that we met, he does pretty much the same thing. That guy was already sweating it 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to be doing a bunch of crazy. I'm not going to be able to last that long if I have to do that. So gardening, I might, our plan is to have 15 acres total, acre for the house, 4 acres for me to experiment. Because on 4 acres, on one of the acres, I plan on doing nothing but sunflower seeds, but I wanted to spell our company's name. I plan on putting 25-foot poles up in the air with GoPros on it, doing pretty much watching how they grow from start to finish. Probably put that video out of sunflowers, a time-lapse type video of the plants going from the bottom up, the sunflowers. And then the sunflowers, if done right and harvested right, they'll be a great source of food for the chickens. Or I have another idea of doing coffee-flavored sunflower seeds. I know a company of veterans who does coffee. I'd love to use their coffee, sell them the sunflower seeds, make a mixture and sell it. But that's a different idea I have. Chickens is my number one I want to do. I really think that I've buckled it down of what I want to do, how to save labor, how to save money, and we'll see how this all goes. But if you see holes in here, which there's probably a bunch of them, let me know. I really think this is a good general idea, a good concept. Biggest thing again is going to be the predators. When we had our half an acre, we had 50 chickens. We had a great horned owl come in and take 2 of them. The third one that it tried to get, it actually fought it off, which was crazy because we got to watch it happen, and we ran outside trying to help. And then a hawk took one away. But then we also had, which will happen, we had a copperhead come into it and it killed one. You can't. There's always going to probably be a mortality, death rate of some chickens are going to die. Out of that 117, I'm hoping that 105 at least stay alive, and we'll see what the numbers are. Maybe we'll have a 10% death rate, mortality rate, which ain't bad. Maybe it'll be better, I don't know. Okay, so I think that's about it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. The official concept and dream is right here. Bees, windrow, wildflowers, 10 acres of chickens, roughly 117 to 234 per acre. We'll be doing, hopefully in the next 5 years from when we get going, hopefully marketing and selling is the most thing that freaks me out a little bit, is getting the birds sold. Hopefully we'll be doing about 2,000 to 4,000 birds a year. We're not there then. We're going to start with 117 birds. That will be our first goal, and then we're going to adjust from there. So that's it. So if this, let me know what you think, and everything else. All right, thank you.